त्योहार मने तुमसे, हर घर बार सजे तुमसे, दम पे तुम्हारे देश चले, तुमसे जीवन सफल बने। तुम बिन ना निर्माण कोई, गर्व करे तुम पे ये जमीन, गर्व करे तुम पे ये जमीन।
Let me just start with a very quick introduction of who we are. We represent myBillBook. We are India's leading GST billing and accounting software. And I would like to start with a big thank you to all of you, especially to the event organizers, to the dignitaries who are still present around, and especially to all these young businessmen who have helped enable Indian economy in a way that we are able to achieve the mission and the vision of a truly Atmanirbhar India. This also sets the tone of my presentation. Which basically says that small is the new big. Small is the new big. Let me try to delve a little bit more deeper into why small is the new big. What do we mean by that? The small basically here represents the small and medium scale businesses of India. But that's basically something which contributes to 30% of the country's economy and also 40% of the export and import happening across the country. If you look at the split of this 6.3 million SMEs of India, almost 33% of the people fall under a service provider, 13% under the manufacturer, about 26% in wholesaler distributors, and almost 28% in retailer. Out of the entire chunk of these SMEs who are working towards enabling our Indian economy, about 15 million are right now GST registered. GST registration, which basically also signals the wave of digitization, is happening at a very steady rate. Now, having set the context that why do we say that the small is the new big now? So what happened that we started doing very deep research. We started speaking to thousands of small scale businesses like you, manufacturers, wholesalers, traders, distributors, stockists, across the country. We spoke to multiple financial institutions. We spoke to tax experts to understand what are the core problems which really plague this industry. And what we found out that the very first and the most prominent problem being a limited and in a lot of instances almost no access to capital, which basically hampers the growth of any business. The second being that a lot of these businesses are severely impacted because of outstanding payments. I'm sure most of you would have kind of experienced this problem that the payments do not come in time. Another big problem being that in a lot of cases, there is a lot of compliance overheads on these businesses. There is an extreme excessive dependency on accountants, chartered accountants, because which just not leads to increase in your cost, but also kind of leads to depletion of the efficiency of the business. There are also problems like traditional operating methods, which basically leads to deaccelerating the growth of the business. Problems into having no visibility into my inventory, my stock, my finance. And lastly, the biggest core pain point of most of the businesses around being the manual paperwork which is still happening. Almost about 2 to 2.5 hours per day is being spent just on the activity of invoicing. So all these cues basically gave us certain insight that what do we need to do to basically enable this SME sector of the country. And another big, very stark fact is that almost 80% of the SMEs across the country are still operating on a pen and paper model. Now, what we also realized that invoicing, creating a bill is actually one of the most core activity for all types of businesses. Irrespective of you being a wholesaler, being into a retail business, being a franchisee, being a distributor, any type of business, but you'll have to create an invoice. And what if we can automate or digitize the entire invoicing process, right? So let's assume or let's suppose that if we are able to digitize the entire invoicing process, what all could happen? It automatically enables and automates your account receivables and account payable tracking. It helps you to collect your outstanding payments in a more early fashion. It helps you to create excessively strong business reports, which can give you insights on how to drive your business further. And moreover, all your inventory can get managed automatically. So that's basically the beauty we realized if we are able to automate invoicing that can happen. And with that as the core insight, the genesis of our brand, myBillBook, happened. The way we position ourselves or the way what myBillBook is basically it's a simple software to solve the very complex nature of problems of SMB owners and their staff. The core product philosophy based on which we have created this software is that we want to ensure that we don't change the behavior, we don't change the existing behavior of the businesses. We don't want them to do a complete paradigm shift of doing things completely in a different way, but we just want to do them things in a more efficient way. Having said that, with that as a philosophy, we also wanted to make sure that through this software, or rather whomsoever uses the software, he feels that I'm adding more productivity to my day-on-day work rather than just doing plain accounting. And there has also been an extremely high focus on automating things with a very customizable experience. So if I talk about the core features or the core functionalities, what myBillBook provides, invoicing, which ranges from creating a GST invoice, a non-GST invoice, debit notes, credit notes, vouchers, e-way bill, e-invoicing, POS billing, all types of invoicing. Accounting, we have the capability to get the GSTR1 in JSON format. You can download a balance sheet. You can get very, very, very powerful reports like your purchase summary, sales summary, all of that mapped into a particular format. And we also have the option to do account receivables and account payable automation. The software also allows you the benefit of managing your inventory in a more digitized fashion. So let's assume that you are in the business of, or rather you are a wholesaler of XYZ product of PNG, and there is a certain stock which is extremely highly depleting. There is a very high demand of that stock in the market. And you get a very big order and you realize that, hey, this particular product has totally run out of my shelf. This type of low stock alert could be set on the software because of this inventory management module. myBillBook also allows you to generate 25 and plus business reports in formats which could be accessed on your mobile anytime and anywhere. And these reports basically give you the power to take more educated decisions on how to grow your business further. We have added the capabilities of CRM, so you can use features like WhatsApp marketing, you can send bulk SMS to your customers. Basically, you can also create your own visiting cards. A professional identity of your business could be created using the software. We have the option to give access to your staff in a more designated manner. And there is also the option to create an online catalog or online store for your business. So net, the overall idea of this software is to ensure that a typical pen and paper or offline run business model could be converted to a digitized business model, which ultimately increases your business productivity and growth. What we have been able to do with this software so far is basically deliver more value than all the alternatives present out there. And if I were to categorize the alternatives to my software, these would fall under 4 different buckets. The first being the 80% what we were talking about, pen and paper. So if you talk about a software like myBillBook, it is definitely more efficient and more future-proof. If you talk about the processes of using Excel for all your invoicing, accounting, stock keeping, definitely a software like myBillBook, which is a very comprehensive software which combines all functionalities and stores the data on cloud, has got everything in one place and definitely is very easy to use. If you talk about certain legacy softwares which have been there in the market almost 20-25 years in the past, and we all know about whom we are talking about, we have come up with the mobile-friendly option and also a software which is devoid of all technical jargons. So I don't need to be a chartered accountant. I don't need to be a financial expert to really operate that particular software. I, as a business owner, can very easily use that software because it is as simple as using, let's say, a WhatsApp or maybe a Gmail. And also to the contemporaries of our age, the new age softwares which are present there, and a couple of them are also present in this meeting room. What we have been able to achieve is a more of a cross-platform presence. So we are right now present as a Android. We are also present on iOS. We also have a native desktop application, and we also have a web application. And to top it all, we have a superior support system which allows you a 24/7 support. Just you dial up and you get support in your preferred language. So this basically has helped us deliver more values than our alternative. And this also has been able to ensure that the scale that we have achieved just in a matter of 3 years, that has been possible. So what we are talking about is 65 lakh downloads across the country. 65 lakh businesses in the country are trusting myBillBook right now. We take pride in saying that we have got 6 lakh plus businesses actively every month transacting on our platform and generating a trade volume of almost $1.6 billion. For everyone's quick understanding, we are talking about 12,500 crores worth of trade happening only on myBillBook on a monthly basis. Also, if you talk about the number of new items or the number of new inventories which have been added on the platform, we are looking at 47 million such inventories and almost 19 million parties. Basically, the 19 million new customers have been added onto the platform. And the biggest win being that we have been able to successfully provide value across 3,500 cities across the country. A very quick look at the journey of myBillBook. We started in the month of January 2020. We went on to release our web application very soon. We started our paid subscriptions by the month of June 2020. We crossed 50 lakh downloads just in a year in April 2021. We started with our smart banking module to enable collecting payments called as Smart Collect in the month of July. Went on to launch POS billing, which is used by a lot of franchisees, many retail formats. And in the month of March 2022, something which no other billing software has done so far, we also launched our iOS application. Went out to further evolve the product with more industry-specific deep features like batching, expiry, etc. And in the month of May 2022, something called as e-invoicing, which has been which has been a core problem area for a lot of businesses. Since we have seen that how e-invoicing has become mandatory for B2B businesses starting from 500 CR, the limit went down to 100 CR, further the limit went down to 50 CR, it's almost 20 CR now, and we all know that by the month of January 2023, probably this limit might even go down to a annual turnover range of 5 CR. So we started, or rather we launched the e-invoicing solution onto our software very recently in the month of May. And the latest addition being certain bulk digital marketing features, which basically make our software a very comprehensive software, not just to track your business, but also to further market your business. I'm sure you all understand that for a business to grow, it is extremely important to sustain doing the same set of activities and at the same time grow further, add on more customers, make sure that you know who are your core customers, make sure that you're able to maintain a relationship with those customers. And for that, such features like sending WhatsApp messages on a bulk scale, SMS and all that is extremely essential. Now, I would request everyone's attention to this particular slide because this kind of talks about why SMBs really love myBillBook. If you look at the rating that we have got on the Play Store, it is 4.6, which is highest in the category of a business software. If you talk about the number of reviews, we have got more than 1 lakh people who have reviewed us on Play Store. And this basically is a big testimony of how the software has changed the life of Indian business owners. My last slide here, and I think this is more about why we feel that we are in the right time, in the right place, and with the right opportunity, and with the right support and right trust from partners like you. We think that we have been blessed to be in a position to really change the way Indian businesses operate and change the way how Indian businesses can contribute to the nation's economy. If we look around here, we will definitely see that there are a lot of young faces who are now business owners. Very rarely now you see that the original set of first generation entrepreneurs are running the business. A lot of generations have passed and we have seen the second generation of entrepreneurs, their son, their grandson now running the business. And we feel that this second generation of entrepreneurs are going to be more tech savvy and they are going to appreciate the value of products like us. We also understand that after the pandemic, the need of digitization has become extremely important. And we all understand this very well that if you are not able to digitize, you definitely can't sustain, leave about the growth perspective. Certain government mandates like the GST norms, the e-invoicing norms have further made it extremely important to digitize your business. Policies promoting growth of local manufacturing and SMBs like Make in India policy, Digital India policy, Atmanirbhar campaign by the government, all of these have been the reasons we definitely feel that we are in the right place right now. And especially certain guidelines coming from RBI has made it very, very, very important to make sure that your data is well documented in the right manner and in one place. So that's everything from our side. If you have any doubts, we are at stall number 42. You can hit us up. My team is there. Please come for a free demo. We also have a free trial version. We'll be more than happy to meet you guys and understand and discuss with you how can we provide value to your business. Thank you. Jai Hind.